Miigwech, everybody. I just want to start and welcome everybody here tonight. We appreciate you all joining us. I'll do my best to kind of circle around so I don't have my back to everybody for too long anyways. But yes, welcome everyone. This is One Land, Two Hearts, Where We Stand, and these are our world premieres. So yes, please clap. It's really an exciting day for all of our artists that we have here with us, the work that's gone into it. Myself, I'm so honored and grateful to be here to celebrate with everyone today. So again, miigwech, thank you. So today we're being hosted. We're here at the Canadian Museum of Immigration. We're here at Pier 21. So we'd like to thank Pier 21 for allowing us to start these conversations within this place. And yeah, we're excited to see what it allows kind of the next steps to be and the conversations that'll be had outside of here once we leave. So I just want to introduce myself. You're probably wondering maybe who I am. So my name is Nicole, Nicole Patricia Lee. I come to you all from Ontario. I live in Thunder Bay, so a northern city. I wouldn't call us too northern, but to some people we are. But my family comes from Couchiching First Nation, so that is a northern reserve in northern Ontario. It's small. I didn't grow up there, but I try to spend as much time as I can there. So that's a little bit about me, I guess, with this project. So I am the co-creative producer, along with my partner, Cyrus Sundar Singh. We'll hear from him a little bit later. That's been my role, I guess, in this project and coming to you all today. And yeah, today my job, I guess, is I'm just gonna kind of guide you through this journey that we've all kind of been part of. If you haven't been a part of it the whole way, you're a part of it today and a big part of it. So we appreciate everyone for joining us. And I think that's all I'm gonna say for now. I'll introduce some more as we move forward. And yeah, kind of explain how tonight's gonna roll out. So I will turn it over now to Shalane Georgie for our welcoming. Thank you, Shalane.
So first I just want to say that I never want to follow Shalane again. I think we can I could listen and be with you here all night. That was really beautiful and thoughtful and moving, and I thank you for that. So welcome to our little part of the harbor, or the part of the harbor where we get to be right now, I suppose. So as was mentioned, I'm the lucky one who gets to be the CEO here, and we're really, actually, when you said allowed us to be here, I wanted to jump up. It is such a gift that you're all here tonight, and such a gift to have you all here. And so I just want to say on behalf of the team, welcome. And I want to thank the project's organizers, of course. And I also want to mention our team, which is led here tonight by Carrie Ann Smith, who is sitting very quietly to my right in the back row, hiding. And right now she's giving me a bad look. Nope, she's just going to ignore me. She's the one with the bun back there, as she does. And Carrie Ann started with the museum in July of 1998, and I started in January of 98. And I left for a while and came back in 03. Carrie has never left. And so I just wanted to recognize Carrie tonight because she does have the heartbeat of this place deeply inside of her, and we are all the better for it. And I will be in trouble on Monday for saying that out loud. She doesn't like to have the attention on her, as you can tell, but too bad. The other thing I want to mention is if you have a chance while you're here, and if you get a chance to go into what's called the Canadian Immigration Hall, there's an amazing Métis artist by the name of Tracy May Chambers. And Tracy May blessed us with a temporary installation last summer. And Carrie reached out and asked because it was magnificent and it's red yarn woven. And she has now done an installation for us that will be staying for 2 years. And we will forevermore have Indigenous interventions in that hall. Every 2 years we will have a new type of intervention, and sometimes we might love them so much we keep them longer and overlap, and I think that's all good. But do, if you have a chance, take a look at Tracy May's beautiful, thoughtful work that she has done for us, and we were lucky enough to have her here for a bit of time, which was also moments that we won't forget. And the last thing I want to say is that whether it's us gathering in circle, whichever kind of art it is, it has a power that moves us unlike any other human endeavor. And when I think back to 4 years ago when the pandemic started, the things that soothed us when we couldn't touch and see each other was what touched us inside, Shalane. Like the inside of us was moved. Our hearts were moved by watching people create things and share creation with us, whether it be movement or music. It was magnificent, and I hope we all remember that more than ever. And I am just so excited to have all of you here tonight for more conversation and creation and thought and love. And I am grateful and honored to have you here. And I always say, just kind of a little bit of a joke, but not really, as I look around at the mall, this poor woman at the end here, I kind of almost attacked her in her gift shop with a ribbon skirt on. But it's always a better place in the museum when there's ribbon skirts here. It just means that there's people here who are very special, and as a person who loves color and meaning, and it always is a better day. So thank you for being here and gracing us with your presence. And thank you, all of you. I wish you also at the end of the eve today, safe travels to wherever you're laying your head tonight. So thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you all for being here. Yes, I'm a guest, both to Canada, an invited guest to Canada, and hopefully invited guest to this event today. I want to just say a couple of words on where this all started. And you mentioned the pandemic, and that was when Cyrus and I mean, the colleagues who have heard many times the story that we met at the webinar, and then we were thinking what to do precisely, to feed the inside, since you can't do much on the outside. And we started this project, to which Nicole was perhaps our best participant. The first time we did the digital storytelling project, which was called Who Am I? I Am. And graduate students from all around Canada, not necessarily immigrants, because we are a migration research program, but any Canadian was welcomed and invited to create a 3-minute film on their answer of who am I. And it was a reflection at the time precisely on what does it mean to be Canadian. And myself, I arrived in Canada in 2019, and even myself personally grappling with truth and reconciliation from the inside rather than for something you read some papers on. And then I have to say, Cyrus kind of invented this methodology of working through Zoom. I think our participants today, our protagonists, know this, of how can you work through Zoom, train people, connect with people, create. And then after that, we had a project called Under the Tent, which was on the occasion of Canada's celebration of 50 years of multiculturalism policies. And then we were getting to something that had been, I have to say, I had been reflecting on, but didn't know even how to approach it as a migration scholar. So what can be the relationship between Indigenous peoples and whatever we call newcomers? And you might know that there is a technical definition of who is a newcomer. And a newcomer is someone 0 to 5 years from arrival who comes here as a landed immigrant, which means a permanent resident. But there's so many other experiences, pathways to Canada, and legal categories. So we wanted to say, what does it mean to be relatively new to Canada? And how do you relate with truth and reconciliation? And how do Indigenous peoples who actually welcomed everyone to this land feel, however given the colonization and the dispossession and everything that has come with it. And I also remember at TMU, an indigenous colleague saying during the times of COVID, she said, many people say, where's my life? When are we going to go back to our lives? And she said, indigenous peoples have been asking this themselves for 4 centuries. And there is no going back. So I really want to recognize Nicole and Cyrus for their leadership, and of course all of our protagonists for their creativity and their perseverance. It's something that I know it's not easy, and it is still, however, something that technology gives us these wings to connect through, across distance. And we were just discussing last night that this is the first time Nicole and I meet in person. And even Nicole and Cyrus first met the summer 2022, right? So it's wonderful. This is just to say it's wonderful to be here. A couple of formal acknowledgements. So we are supported in this project by the Canada Excellence Research in Migration and Integration Program and by the Bridging Divides Canada First Research Excellence Fund program that are both housed at Toronto Metropolitan University, but we also got some special support from the Government of Canada under the Heritage program. So at least it is heartening that, some such support gives us the opportunities such as today. And thank you all for listening to me.